during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some are thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty-toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Rebels offense will have the football first. Hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Well, everybody knew an Ole Miss blew out State last time.
And they put a number up on them. Everything was clicking, yes, and the Egg Bowl is always close. It seems like those games come down to something crazy. But last year, Hotty-toddy put the smack down.
Yeah, it was Hotty-toddy that was able to just handle the emotion in that game right from jump. I mean, offensively, they jumped all over the Bulldogs early. And that's going to be a big key for them again, I think, this time around.
Left side is hot. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The Rebels are facing 3rd and inches. Push is ahead. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. And here comes the punt team. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Bulldogs offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And we've said many times that tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Grab behind the line. It's Cotton. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They'll try it over the left side. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country. And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. They got to stop throwing. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Cotton. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Straight ahead, it's Lacey. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And it was amazing to watch Kejuan Lacey take off last year. Like, he was at Missouri the year before, and you were kind of like, he's not that great of a player. All of a sudden, goes to Ole Miss, and you see the speeds, the long stride, the playmaking ability. This was an offense at Ole Miss that was built around him a year ago, and he's back, and I expect him to be fed and fed well.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Cradles it at the 35. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Escapes the pressure going right. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being hiked, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Hold and finds his man on the left. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Rivalries are the lifeblood of college football, and here are a few of the things that make this one special. play of the period will be a second down. Looking for the edge. Now the toss. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Ready, go.
Quick give. It's Lacey. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Chambliss. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return, he's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. He's up to 51 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. On first down, it's Bothwell again.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off-play action. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them, so I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Quick completion on the out. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Sells the run, looking to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The give on the counter. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
Throws for the tight end. Right side, it's Cotton. He's finally chased out of bounds, but a huge explosive play on the ground. And the Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the RPO, got him. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Give to the back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
4th down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Here on the Rebels sideline, we are seeing history here today. The running back has continued to run strong today, and now he is the program's single-season leader. The sideline immediately went up in arms, yelling, screaming. They are so excited for their running back, and they will continue to ride his energy here today as he makes more school history. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity.
Caught, and he's got room. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Left side is Alexander. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
He's looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. They take over late, and they have enough time to put together a drive. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Out wide left, it's Gill. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Out wide right, it's Odom. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, Reese, the one guy's name you haven't called yet is this big fella tight end right here. He's one of the better ones that we see week in, week out. And finally in the 2nd, they get him a completion. This has to keep going now for the offense. You got to keep looking his way. He's too big of a weapon to ignore. If they're going to win this game, he needs more.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. He's now got 78 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. The Bulldogs in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
You know, a big part of a quarterback's accuracy is his ability to step into throws. To be accurate, you've got to be able to be on balance, stepping in and following through. And because of that pass rush, that QB had no shot.
And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second down to the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Oh, he missed it. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
I caught up with the Mississippi State head coach at the half. Coach reminded his team in the locker room that this is a moment that they can claim some redemption. They've got a lead right now on the road. They lost this game the last time the two teams met, but this is their moment to put their foot down. He said, I want us to come out with the most energy we've had all game. Even though we've got a lead, this is where we set the tone for dominance down the stretch. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Taylor wants to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Rebels offense is back on the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Running inside, it's Lacey. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the golden egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Rebels will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Drag down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Kill. 214, close.
Taylor wants to throw it. Caught by Williams on the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Right side, it's Cotton. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A quick pass to the left. Breaks into the open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On the option. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
Ready? Blue 30. Red 20. Hot.
Tells to run, wants to pass. Look out! Rolling right and going deep. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's a give to Bothwell. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Nice move to keep running. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal.
139 Albatross. 130.
Taylor wants to throw. Just barely got rid of it.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Snapped on fourth down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now give it to Fluff. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. So this one is a virtual lock, and it will carry a great deal of significance. Final game of the regular season as we take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams, and you know this one is going to cause some repercussion. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. From the gun, it's Lacey. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Fluff Bothwell again. Run ends there.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. and that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down coming up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Chambliss. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Pass protection has been a problem all night long, and now it's 2nd and a mile. Gets the back moving. Hits inside. It's Odom. Can't get him to the ground. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by...
He's got it along the sideline. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Rebels are marching down the field. Caught in the backfield. It's Gill. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Out wide right, it's Fields. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Got to make the play on 4th. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. The run inside. It's Lacey. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really...
Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Play action on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Taylor wants to throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And he's still running after the move. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Nah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting, keep throwing the football, try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.